What is up, everybody? Sean here, Murray NJ08, and I wanted to get out this video pretty quick to you guys. It's my quick and fast reactions video to the new Xbox that was announced today. Today was the long-awaited press conference out of Redmond, Washington, from Microsoft on the next Xbox. So, just like the PlayStation 4 reveal, not everything was announced. They're pretty much waiting for E3. But a lot was covered, and actually, unlike the PlayStation 4 announcement, Microsoft decided to actually show off the console. So in ways, it was a lot better, I thought. They showed the console off. They actually showed images. You could find them online, or when the event goes up, when the stream goes up. And they showed the controller. My reactions to that, pretty neat looking. Not exactly as I expected it to look. But I guess that's the beauty of it, to keep you in suspense. It was definitely neat looking. I enjoyed that, looking at that for the first time. Was wondering what that was going to look like. Got to see the new Kinect, which is called the Kinect 2.0. It's pretty much just a enhanced version of the Kinect. It's going to have 1080i, high definition, a better video detection, movement detection, can actually detect your heartbeat. There's a lot of advanced stuff, and as I understood from the keynote, from the press conference, that the Xbox will not work with it on, so it is mandatory. So it will be included when you buy the Xbox, and of course they're calling it the Xbox One. Pretty strange. I know there was so many rumors for the longest time. It was the 720. And then recently they said it was the Fusion, and then they said it was the Infinity. So an interesting choice there, Xbox One. It could get kind of a little confusing, I think, but I guess it'll grow on you. It's no better than, I guess, the Wii U, you know? But I know people were calling it the next Xbox, the next box. But it's called the Xbox One, and it was pretty cool. I liked what they showed off. We got to see some games. We got to see the most obvious ones, Call of Duty Ghosts, which actually I was interested to seeing that because I haven't really seen anything from that game. So it was cool seeing it on a next-gen system. I'm just thinking to myself, this is just the game system has not even been released yet, and this is what we're seeing. Just imagine how awesome these games are going to get in the next coming years. I mean, look at the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. I'm noticing now that it's, they're in their last cycle. But look how awesome the games are. Look at, like, BioShock Infinite. Look at, like, Tomb Raider. There's Metro Last Light. They're finally really used the potential of the system. So developers don't even have an inkling of how to use this technology yet. So we have so much more in the future to see from this system, from the Xbox One and the PS4. I'm so excited to see how these games are going to start developing once they realize the technology that they have. I mean, we have an 8-core processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Phew, that's a lot of power under the hood. And that's the specs, and it's pretty much the same with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I look at it like the last cycle, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Neck and neck, pretty much the same hardware. It really all comes down to franchises from exclusives. The Xbox, you got your Halos, you got your Forza. The PlayStation 3, you got your God of War, you got your Infamous. I really look at it that way, and I'm the kind of gamer where I don't subject myself to one system. I like them all. I don't like to cut myself short. I enjoy them all for what they do. I think they're each. I don't like to decide. I think it's a matter of deciding which one I want to get first. I guess it all comes down to like I said, to games, because the hardware is really neck and neck. Some people say, that we're reading about that the PlayStation 4 is going to have a little bit faster RAM, even though they're both 8 gigs, and you can go back and forth with tech specs. But I think what it really comes down to is, I think it comes down to the game developers. I mean, they were saying that the PlayStation 3 is more powerful than the 360 and vice versa. But then, you'll have a game that looks phenomenal on the PlayStation 3 that runs a little bit slower or frame rate issues on the 360, and then you have vice versa. The 360 is better than. So I think it really comes down to the game developers, and I think it's pretty much going to be neck and neck equal. It's going to be just like the last generation, you know. Um, it's going to really come down to exclusives. I really do believe that. But you know what? They're all going to have their own perks. They're all going to have their own, you know, it's going to depend on what controller you like better, how which one feels better. I know they're saying that it's more ergonomic. The new Xbox One controller, it looks pretty cool. I compared it to the new PlayStation 4 controller. So it's all personal preference. I don't mind them both. I'm interested to actually get both of them in my hand and feeling them. Um, of course, I'm making a lot of references also to the PlayStation 4 reveal because I do believe that, you know, they're both pretty much neck and neck and competitive with each other. So you do have to acknowledge both. And I'm interested to see E3 this year. I want to see more games revealed for this system. I want to see more games revealed for PlayStation 4. I even want to see what games are coming out for the Wii U. I think it's going to be a really good E3. And it's pretty much going to come down to software announcements because we know all about the hardware. Although we really still haven't seen what the PlayStation 4 looks like, so I'm still interested in seeing that. What else? So one of my all-time favorite game franchises in the world is Forza, and of course we got to see a quick little glimpse of Forza 5. And let me tell you, that right there sets me off with going with the Xbox. I mean, I'm a big Forza fan, and I know Sony showed off their Drive Club, which I found interesting because you have the Gran Turismo series, which is actually Gran Turismo 6 is coming out for the PlayStation 3, which I'm guessing, you know, because it's been in development for so long, how would they be able to develop it on the PlayStation 4? Whether or not that's going to eventually get ported over, I'm not sure. But Xbox is revealing the Forza 5 right for the next gen system, and I can only imagine because Forza 4 looked absolutely stunning, and so did Horizon. So Xbox has got my attention now with that Forza announcement. I'm really big into that. Halo, Gears of War, you know, I'm so-so, but I'm really into Forza, so I'm glad they announced that. They also announced that there's actually going to be a Halo um, TV series that they're working with Steven Spielberg. So that's interesting. I'd like to see how that came out. I love the Forward Unto Dawn, the web series that they made for Halo. That was really good. So I'm interested in checking that out. They announced a new game called Quantum Break, which looked really promising. I'm interested in seeing how like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4 and Destiny are going to look on the Xbox One. That should be really interesting. I know Sony promoted a lot of those with their press conference, but they're also coming to the Xbox, and they're claiming that there's going to be, I guess, 15 new games, franchises for the 8 of them that are already known, and I guess the rest are going to be new within the first year that the Xbox One is released. So that's good. That's a good amount. I'm interested in seeing what comes out within that first year. So that looks pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, you know, it all comes down to pretty much exclusives. You know, what system has what that you're interested in. Me, I'm really interested in both. This looks very promising. This looks like a really good system. I'm actually really interested in seeing, as the days go on from now, that the cat's out of the bag, how much more we find out now. And of course, I think the real big event is going to be E3. I think we're going to know where we all stand. They're going to show the PlayStation 4, I'm sure. They're going to show all the rest of that games. They're going to talk more about the Xbox One. Microsoft's going to show all the games coming out for it. They're going to show more trailers. Hopefully a lot more footage of Forza 5 because, let me tell you, I'm psyched with that. You know, maybe a new Fable. There's so much, you know, there's so much to be thought of to come out. And I really, really am interested in this. And I kind of, you know, feel like we got our feet wet with this press conference. And they showed a lot. I was impressed. I didn't think they were going to show off the actual system and the controller, but they did. So, yeah, I think I think it's going to be a neck and neck war. You know, I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to get interesting. So, but I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to see what each one has to offer. I guess there's no pricing information yet, so that's to be revealed, but they are saying it's going to come out this year. I'm thinking both systems are going to come out during the holiday, which would be a smart time to release them. I also think that's going to be very interesting, seeing two massive systems come out during the same time frame. That's going to be really crazy. It's going to be definitely a huge holiday for video games, maybe one of the biggest ever, considering all the great games that are already coming out for all the systems, next gen and last, and then all the new systems coming out. I think it's going to be a huge end of the year. I really can't wait to see how everything goes. Um, Plus we still have so many great games coming out. Watch Dogs, Destiny, um, AC4, um, so Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's going to be an interesting year for gaming. It's definitely going to be a hardcore gaming season this year. Plus with these new systems, so it's just going to get better. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch the chaos, and I'm going to decide. But I'm definitely going to be covering a lot of information on these new systems like I am today. You're going to definitely be seeing a lot of updates on them as I hear things and as things are announced. I'll definitely be trying to cover as best I can on the channel. Just wanted to get this reactions video out. I'm really interested in the system. I'm really interested in both the systems. I'm still interested in seeing what Nintendo has planned. So it's going to be a good year. I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen now. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Let me know how you like this reactions video, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.